Yu Mangling's name once stood for talent, beauty, and success, but behind the glamour of Hollywood, it became the center of a nightmare no one could explain. When 17 of the world's most powerful celebrities were accused of hosting a secret party that ended in his disappearance, fame's perfect image began to crack. What really happened the night Yu Mangling vanished? Was it a twisted game of power, a cover-up, or something far darker than anyone imagined? Yu Mangling's name once symbolized promise, beauty, and charm. He was the kind of actor who didn't need to chase fame, it followed him. Every magazine wanted him on its cover, every director wanted him in their next big film. But behind the lights and applause, something sinister was waiting. On a cold November night, Yu vanished without a trace after attending what was rumored to be an exclusive celebrity gathering deep in the Hollywood Hills. That night would become one of the darkest mysteries in entertainment history. The party wasn't on any public calendar, yet its guest list reportedly included 17 of the biggest names in Hollywood: actors, singers, and producers whose faces were recognized across the globe. The event was supposed to celebrate the end of a film festival, but only a handful of people received golden invitations sealed with an unusual emblem, an eye surrounded by stars. No one knew who organized the gathering. It was said to be hosted in a private mansion known for its secrecy and luxury, a place where the press was never allowed. 2 days after Yu was last seen, his car was discovered parked on the edge of a deserted road near the hills. His phone and wallet were inside, untouched, as though he'd never planned to leave them behind. On the passenger seat lay a crumpled invitation, identical to the rumored golden cards. The police first assumed it was a kidnapping, but there were no ransom notes, no calls, no leads. Then came the strange discovery: every security camera in a 2-mile radius had gone dark that same night, as if someone had deliberately erased any trace of what had happened. When the mansion's owner abruptly flew out of the country hours after Yu's disappearance, suspicion grew. Tabloids printed wild headlines about secret societies and celebrity cults, while online forums filled with theories that Yu had been targeted for knowing too much. Friends described him as calm but increasingly anxious in the weeks before the party. Some even said he wanted to skip it, but felt pressured to go because refusing might end his career. As days turned into weeks, the silence became unbearable. The 17 names whispered in connection to the party denied everything, yet none could explain the gaps in their timelines that night. The glitz of Hollywood began to fade, revealing something far darker beneath its polished surface, a secret that many believed Yu Mangling had uncovered and paid the ultimate price for knowing. The discovery of the destroyed camera near the mansion's backyard shifted the entire investigation. Detectives managed to retrieve only fragments of footage, but one still image sent shockwaves through everyone involved. It showed a dimly lit room, decorated in gold and black, with masked figures standing in a circle. In the middle sat a man tied to a chair. His build, clothing, and hair matched Yu Mangling. Though the image was blurry, experts confirmed the timestamp aligned with the night of the party. The authorities had no choice but to treat the case as a potential homicide. The mansion was owned by a powerful producer who had worked with many of the 17 celebrities rumored to be at the event. His sudden disappearance only added fuel to the fire. When police entered the property, they found it completely empty, with fresh paint covering the basement walls and new flooring installed days after Yu vanished. Investigators suspected the scene had been cleaned professionally to remove evidence. Yet, a faint trace of blood detected under the new flooring hinted at something terrible that had occurred there. Reporters followed every detail of the case, digging through connections between the guests and a mysterious charity organization called the Circle Foundation. All 17 celebrities were listed as donors or board members. Financial records revealed that on the night of the party, large charity transactions had been made, each labeled only as private event. When investigators traced these payments, they discovered the funds had been redirected to offshore accounts. The meaning behind those transfers became one of the investigation's biggest unanswered questions. Online, the story exploded. Fans began comparing red carpet photos and interviews, searching for hidden clues. Some claimed the celebrities were jewelry featuring the same eye and star symbols seen on the invitation card. Conspiracy theories multiplied. Some believed Yu was chosen as part of a ritual, while others thought he had uncovered corruption in Hollywood and was silenced for it. Despite the wild claims, small fragments of truth kept surfacing, making it impossible to dismiss everything as rumor. When one of the 17 abruptly deleted their social media accounts and left the country without explanation, public suspicion grew stronger. People began to believe that the truth was being buried by those with power, money, and influence. What had started as a missing person's case was now unraveling into something much darker, an organized secret hidden behind the bright lights of fame. Months passed with no arrests, but the silence around Yu Mangling's case began to crack when an anonymous source contacted an independent journalist known for uncovering corruption. The source sent encrypted files containing photographs, coded documents, and what appeared to be an internal guest list from the night Yu disappeared. Every name on the list matched the 17 celebrities rumored to have attended the mansion party. The files also contained photographs of the mansion's basement before it was renovated, dark concrete walls, strange symbols painted in gold, and a single chair positioned in the center. The evidence was chilling and too specific to ignore. According to the source, the event had not been a celebration but a punishment gathering. Yu, they claimed, had stumbled upon secret information involving illegal film financing and exploitation networks. He had allegedly threatened to expose what he learned, and the powerful group decided to silence him before he could speak. While this theory could not be verified, it explained the fear people had noticed in Yu's final interviews. He had spoken cryptically about not everyone in Hollywood being who they seem. The journalist began publishing snippets of the data online, and the public reaction was immediate. Fans demanded an official investigation into the Circle Foundation, the charity all 17 celebrities were linked to. Just as the journalist promised to release the full files, she suddenly vanished. Her apartment door was found unlocked, and her computer had been wiped clean. Investigators could not trace the anonymous source or recover any of the deleted data. It was as if someone had erased her from the story entirely. After her disappearance, witnesses who had previously come forward began retracting their statements. One private security guard admitted to receiving threats, while another claimed their family had been followed. Even the detectives on the case started reporting interference, documents missing from evidence rooms, phone lines tapped, and encrypted emails sent to intimidate them into silence. Despite the growing fear, a few pieces of information managed to survive. The files suggested that the Circle had been operating quietly for years, recruiting high-profile figures and using their influence to conceal crimes. Whether Yu's fate was the result of a cover-up or a deeper conspiracy, one thing was clear: someone was determined to make sure the truth never reached the light. The case took a shocking turn when a private investigator, hired by Yu Mangling's former manager, discovered an abandoned storage unit rented under a false name connected to one of the 17 celebrities. Inside were luxury costumes, black and gold masks, and several ornate invitation cards identical to the one found in Yu's car. The most disturbing item was a cloth fragment marked with US initials and faint traces of blood. Forensic analysis later confirmed it matched his DNA. The evidence reignited public outrage and forced investigators to reopen the case. News channels began broadcasting every new lead, and the internet once again erupted with speculation. Theories multiplied. Some claimed the 17 celebrities had formed a cult-like group that used ritual performances to intimidate or silence those who opposed them. Others believed it was all part of a massive blackmail scheme, using these secret parties to collect compromising footage of influential figures. Though many dismissed the claims as exaggerated, the strange evidence made it difficult to deny that something sinister had taken place. Not long after, a short video appeared online before being quickly taken down. It showed a dimly lit room, the same golden emblem glowing on a wall, and several voices whispering indistinctly. Analysts confirmed that at least 4 of the 17 celebrities could be identified by speech patterns alone. One of them released a public statement insisting the video was a manipulated art project, but the explanation only fueled more suspicion. Every public appearance by the accused celebrities was now met with protests and demands for answers. Then came a startling rumor that Yu Mangling might still be alive. A blurry photograph surfaced on an obscure website showing a man resembling Yu standing in a crowded marketplace overseas. Within minutes, the post was deleted, and the website itself went offline. Investigators were unable to trace the source of the image. Some believed it was a hoax meant to distract the public, while others held on to the hope that Yu had escaped and gone into hiding. The renewed attention put enormous pressure on the authorities, but the deeper they dug, the more roadblocks they faced. Witnesses disappeared, files were sealed, and key investigators were reassigned. It seemed as though the truth about Yu Mangling's disappearance was being buried once again, this time, even deeper than before. Almost a full year after Yu Mangling vanished, a powerful storm swept across Los Angeles, triggering a landslide in the Hollywood Hills. Amid the wreckage, emergency crews uncovered a hidden underground structure buried beneath the estate, once owned by one of the 17 accused celebrities. It appeared to be an old vault converted into secret rooms. Inside, investigators found scattered personal belongings, burnt papers, and a metal box containing film reels labeled Circle Event 7. Among the debris was a broken necklace engraved with the initials Y.M. The discovery reignited global attention, drawing both media and conspiracy theorists back to the mystery. The reels were immediately taken by federal agents for analysis, but none of their contents were ever made public. Officials claimed the material was too damaged to be useful, though insiders later hinted that the footage contained images too disturbing to release. Behind closed doors, a quiet legal battle began. Several of the 17 celebrities reportedly reached confidential settlements related to the case, while others donated large sums to foundations supporting victims of the entertainment industry's darker side. None admitted to wrongdoing, and no criminal charges were ever filed. Public frustration grew as the story faded from headlines. Many believed the case had been intentionally closed to protect powerful figures. A retired detective later revealed that U.S. disappearance was part of a larger investigation into an underground network controlling film investments and personal careers through intimidation. According to him, the Circle was not a myth, but an old organization that had evolved over decades, using private gatherings to maintain influence and silence opposition. You, by accident or curiosity, may have uncovered something that put his life in danger. Years later, occasional reports claimed to spot someone resembling Yu in remote areas of Asia and Europe, but none could be confirmed. His family continued to hope he was alive, while others believed the truth was buried forever beneath Hollywood's surface. The 17 celebrities gradually returned to their careers, carefully avoiding any mention of that night. To this day, the story of Yu Mangling remains one of the entertainment industry's most haunting unsolved mysteries, a chilling reminder that beneath fame and fortune, secrets can thrive in silence, and power can bury the truth deeper than anyone dares to imagine.